Many of you probably saw that video I did a few days ago talking about why professional blacks, particularly those that are in academia or have went to professional school or have accumulated some sort of business, why they don't want to return back to black neighborhoods, or their attitude is very reclusive when it comes to the black community. And watching that video was George Macon, who you guys have seen on my stream. He had some issues with what I was talking about. And he just doesn't understand, why don't educated blacks want to come back and invest in the black community? The black community is a $1 trillion spending power. You don't have to necessarily live there to do business. Other groups are coming into those businesses and into your neighborhoods and doing things. And all of those are good talking points. But again, here we have the Pookie and the Ray Ray and Educated Ronnie not seeing the same situations. And they look at things from different perspectives. Now, let me kind of talk about how most of us grew up. And even the Pookies and the Ray Rays, if they grew up, you probably grew up in a Christian household. And your parents tell both the Pookie and the Ray Ray and Educated Ronnie the same thing when they're coming up. Boy, go to school, or girl, go to school and get a good job and get a good education. Or go to school so you can get a good education so that you can get a job. Right? This is how they both start off on the same similar path, all of us in the black community. Our parents, our grandparents teach us to get a job and work within the system, to get a house, to live in a better neighborhood, all of that, to escape where we come from if you come from the ghetto. The Pookie and the Ray Ray starts on that path, but for whatever reason, is because he has maybe a learning disability, or he's disinterested in school, or he understands that going that pathway, he will never be able to do the things that he wants to do. So the life of drugs or crime or theft, where he sees other people making a lot more money, that's what he wants to do. He wants to be owner in his own business with low risk, that he can make a lot of money and get there faster than this guy who has to go to the bachelor's degree, get a master's degree, work for these companies. He can do that right now within a year or two. So what's the use of doing the school thing? Now, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have the capability to go to school. He just understands that I want to be an entrepreneur right now. And I'm going to do it the way that might not be legal. And when he goes that route, he understands that right where he lives, as a hood entrepreneur, he can make money in the same blocks that he's from. Okay? This is the path the Pookie and Ray Ray is going. Now, the Pookie and Ray Ray is getting all the chicks in the neighborhood. He's driving the cars, and he's taking expensive trips and stuff like that. All because he's making money where he's at. Okay? Or in those urban centers. The Educated Ronnie typically is going to go the military path. He's going to go the trades path, or the 4-year degree professional school path. He wants to fit into the system. Okay. He wants to be a part of the society. Now, the Pookie and the Ray Ray doesn't want to be a part of the system. Okay. Now, the Educated Ronnie, what happens is he typically is motivated by, I want to get out of here. The Pookie and Ray Ray is motivated by, I want to get all the money, I want to get all the bitches, I want to get all the stuff I want to do right now. Now, the Educated Ronnie is working hard to get away from where he's at. He's traumatized by where he's at. He's tired of seeing hearing the gunshots. He's tired of seeing niggas around him. The Educated Ronnie wants to go to the University of Washington, UCLA, sometimes Grambling, all right? And he figures, if I'm going to make some money, I can make some money outside of where I'm from. It's so traumatic, I don't want to be anywhere where I'm from. I want to be away from where I'm from, which is why you get a lot of educated blacks moving to where? Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta can have its ghettos and stuff too, but a lot of people move to Atlanta because it's away from where they're from and they feel it's more opportunity. Now, let me kind of go back to this whole idea of both parents telling their children, you need to go to school and get an education. Most blacks, whether they go to academia or not, end up working for other people. And while the educated Ronnie might become a lawyer or a doctor, he may have a practice or something like that on the small scale. But typically people with MBAs and stuff like that, accountants, end up working at high paid salaries at companies that's not for them. No parents typically teach you to run your own stuff. Now, after the Pookie and the Ray Ray has been arrested or been to the prison or all of this, he understands, number one, big money. He's had big money around him. His mentality is, well, damn, I done made big money here in the hood the illegal way. Now I can make money the legal way. This is why Jay-Z is a billionaire. They have that hustler's mentality. They understand that, well, damn, I did it one way, I can do it another way. That Master P type of thinking, right? This is why these guys make so much money. This is their attitude. I want to own my own legal business the same way I was doing when I was in the dope game or when I was in the car theft game. So now the Pookie and Ray Ray starts owning, maybe some real estate or some restaurants or whatever, start doing good in the community. And he start looking at the educated Ronnie like, hey, so why you not here, bro? Like, you talking about people like me, but why you not here doing what I'm doing? Like, it's money over here. We should be trying to work together. But the educated Ronnie doesn't see any value there. The reason why he's never got his money in the hood. He's never got his money in the hood, man. Educated Ronnie has gotten his money everywhere but the hood. His bonuses everywhere but the hood. In his mind, you can tell him all day he can get money in real estate in the hood. He can set up business in the hood. But man, he don't want nothing to do with the hood. Even if you gave him money, he don't want to be there. Why? Because he's traumatized from where he left. He wanted to get out of there. You can keep it. And furthermore, all of my success has come away from the ghetto. I got my first internship at Arizona State. Okay, I got my first internship at Howard University. I got accepted to dental school when I was a senior at Hampton University. My life and everything has been on an upheaval. It has been on a great rising tangent since I left there. Okay? I've been concaving up for those people who remember that in trigonometry. So why should I go back to a place where I was not doing that well? And this is why educated Ronnie and the Pookie and Ray Ray have these issues and don't understand one another because, listen, a person who has a street mentality that used to run blocks or made money on the blocks, he's never going to be able to see it the same way as the dude whose motivation was to get out of the hood. See, both of these guys have two different motivations. Okay? The Pookie and the Ray Ray goes into his own entrepreneur illegal business for many reasons. Drugs, women, money, notoriety, cash, luxury. The educated Ronnie leaves because he wants, notoriety, some of the same things, could be some girls eventually, and he wants to be looked at as a pillar in society. The educated Ronnie typically isn't leaving to make a whole bunch of money. He's just leaving to make enough money to sustain himself outside of the hood. So this is why Pookie and Ray Ray and the educated Ronnie will never get along, because they are two different people, two different mindsets, and they see inner city black communities much different. And I know that as a tweener, right? I'm an educated Ronnie, but I understand both sides of the game. So, guys, what do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section, brothers. I know I've been gone yesterday, but I will be back making some videos. Shout out to the people on Patreon, man. Thank you for supporting. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.